It's a special lifeline on NBC Nightly News tonight.
This week, we've been taking an in-depth look at society's fascination with psychics.
Psychic characters show up all over TV and in movies, and more people are looking to their horoscopes and sometimes palm readers for help with some serious problems.
But psychologists don't like this trend. They say it's not only a waste of time and money, but they say it's dangerous. Our Drew Bailey joins us now for the final part of his special series. Drew?
Brenda, Dan, to psychics versus psychologists. Psychics say they use their powers to help people with problems, but psychologists say that's their turf, and they worry that psychics are seeing people who should be seeing them.
This East Hampton astrologer doesn't own a single crystal ball and doesn't cast any spells. She says her work is more therapy than theater.
I mean, we all know that there are bad periods in our lives, and there are times when the energies are not so good affecting us. So it's my job to give people hope and ways out for those times.
But statements like that worry this UMass professor who says this blurring of science and psychics is dangerous. She believes society is being duped.
Well, the fact that horoscopes are so popular and there's just so much about this that's written and so much money being made off of this. I mean, the fascinating thing is the fact that people are fascinated.
Sandy Lovejoy's East Hampton office does look a lot like a therapist, but she disagrees with psychologists over astrology's scientific basis.
We know that the moon has a great effect upon not only the ocean tides, but our body tides and all that sort of thing.
There's no reason that the actions of the planets and the stars and position of us in the universe should have anything to do with an individual's personality or the events that happen in that individual's life.
Whitbourne says looking to the stars or to messages from the dead could prevent people from getting the psychotherapy they might need.
The other danger, though, is that sometimes these so-called predictions really are self-fulfilling prophecies. And if the astrologer says such and such is going to happen to you, they're planting that expectation in the individual's head.
Psychics argue that they truly help lots of people, and they know to steer clients elsewhere.
If someone comes to me too often, I will tell them that they really probably should think about therapy, or they should try to, look at some other way of dealing with their problems.
If somebody is suicidal, I won't try to deal with that astrologically. I think they need, they need bigger help than that, and they need it right away.
Now, even the psychics say there are bad seeds out there, so you should choose your psychic carefully if you go to one. To look out for someone who says that you've been cursed or is claiming to channel some sort of space alien or something strange like that. In the psychic world, the rule goes, if it sounds too bad to be true, it probably is. Dan?
Interesting advice. Thanks very much, Drew. Well, androstenedione. It's a favorite supplement among some athletes and their young fans. A new study, a small short-term study, tested the effects of the supplement on blood hormones, and our registered dietitian, Nancy Dell, provides some cautionaries in this evening's Food for Thought.
Baseball player Mark McGwire's hitting streak has been well documented. Milligram dose for a 7-day period. The dosages have been far below what many athletes take while
There's own music in the background somewhere. More and more people these days seem to be looking to those forces for answers. Drew Bailey joins us now with the first part of a series on astrology, spirits, and other psychic phenomena. Drew?
Barry, Brenda, astrologers, palm readers, mediums, they're all considered psychics, and they all believe we can use different methods to learn from those mysterious forces in the universe. Tonight we began by looking at two of the most popular methods, astrology and tarot cards. First tarot reading will probably be a little scary, even if you don't believe they can really tell the future.
I like that one.
Don't worry about it. It's actually kind of good that it showed up.
Psychic Emily Blattman-True has been doing this for 15 years. These days, her Northampton store is busier than ever. People are looking to the cards for guidance in their hectic lives.
people work all day in front of their computers, or they work all, you know, they work in their little niche, most people, and they need connection.
East Hampton astrologer Sandy Lovejoy says she's seeing changes in her type of client. Julia is a collector. Inga works in telecommunications. Skeptics at first, these professionals now say astrology gives them answers they can't find anywhere else.
The charts showed changes, major changes in my life that had happened years ago, and that Sandy didn't know about and couldn't have known about because I never told her.
She looked at the charts of me and the other family member and said that we had a long history together and we should just continue to hang in there. And we did, and it helped, and we avoided some disaster.
The charts are called horoscopes, much more detailed than those in the newspaper. Sandy says they explain how the gravitational pull of the sun, moon, and stars affect your body and mood.
It's all about energy. If you are created at a particular moment, you are also a reflection of that energy.
Believers say we carry that energy in our bodies. It's why Emily asked me to touch these cards before my reading. She says she senses my joy over my new job here.
This is really a move, and it's going to stay important. A sense of abundance and joy that you may not have been able to have in other places where you've lived or in your other jobs.
And she says I'll soon have to face hidden fears.
Sort of dark secrets. And that may be what is, some of what's driving you emotionally right now is some stuff that happened in your past that, you know, you may feel a little bit of shame around.
Oh, no, even though I don't believe in tarot, or at least I think I don't, I was amazed at how real and how comforting the readings felt. I imagine that has a lot to do with the popularity. And for those of you who are wondering, a tarot reading costs about $20, a personal horoscope about $75. And sorry, but I haven't yet figured out what dark secrets I'm supposed to have to face. Tomorrow we'll talk with psychics who say they can actually speak with the dead, and they'll tell us how that helps the living. Barry?
All right, we'll move on to other things now. Federal government with
1960s photographs during an open house at the Eastworks building on Pleasant Street in East Hampton Friday night from 6 until 9. Bringing back memories, no doubt, for some.
Check it out. A lot of people will. And many of you have felt that you've had a connection with someone who's passed on.
But some people say the connection can be stronger, that they can actually talk to the dead. Drew Bailey continues part 2 of his series on how psychic phenomena are becoming a bigger and bigger part of people's lives.
Do you see them?
All the time. Our fascination with talking with the dead is all over pop culture. The blockbuster The Sixth Sense has been nominated for an Oscar and follows the life of a boy who can see spirits. Local mediums call that a gift that can bring comfort to the living.
I kind of sometimes steer people to look at the patterns that they have created in their own life, and that might break that pattern.
We want to try to work on things now, and that's part of why Spirit comes back. It's to help people.
Hermann is an ordained minister in the Spiritualist Church, which certified him as a medium and healer. He says he began making contact with the dead as a child.
It can be objective, just like I'm looking at you right now, or it can be more in a subjective. You know, they'll present themselves to me. I also feel conditions that they might have had in my own physical body.
That's just like NBC's new drama, The Other. Mediums make psychic voyages to the dead and transmit messages to the living.
Some of the messages that we get from the other world, from the spirit world, or whoever you look at it coming from, can be a little dramatic just to get our attention.
Apparently, First Lady Hillary Rodham Clinton was listening. It was reported that she used a medium to contact the spirit of Eleanor Roosevelt. Mediums say that we all get energies that attract the dead.
For example, Reverend Hermann says that I was giving off very strong energies that looked like a bright light around my head. He says that we're all born with the ability to see this.
We all are open and sensitive to energy and to spirit when we're real small, but there's a tendency to block that out. So someone could be very open, but it's one of these things too, which is enhanced by training.
Well, believe it or not, it is. And Drew Bailey will continue his series coming up on 22 News tomorrow night at 6 o'clock.
Can't wait.
Everybody is talking about it today, but just what exactly is a leap year anyway?
Well, get out your rules and your slide rules and calculators, because our Brian Lapis has what turns out to be a pretty complex answer in tonight's Spot.